Hi everyone.
Hello.
We are trying to do a podcast because we've been saying it for I don't know how long, a couple of months,
A
maybe longer,
long time.
that we were going to do one, and we kept asking everyone on Instagram for like ideas, and then we just didn't do anything with them because we're really bad.
We are. I'm probably the worst.
Yeah, but now we thought we could combine it with us working because we work together every day
Yep.
in our home studio. So I thought, why not just do the podcast while we're working? Because we talk about loads of crap anyway
And I am actually going to try and work
and talk.
and talk at the same time. Lisa's good at it, but I
That's
think.
because I'm a woman, and women, I should say, can multitask.
Ooh, controversial.
It's the truth.
Is that scientifically proven?
Well, I read it somewhere, so I'm going to say it's the truth.
Alright. It was on the internet, so it
Yeah.
must be true.
So yeah, we're going to just like do this as our first one. It might be rubbish. It might be good. We'll see.
We might never do it again.
Yeah. um, we didn't really know what to talk about, so we kind of thought of an idea of just doing our top 10 experiences at Disney parks that we've had so far in our life.
Yeah,
Now, I haven't been as many times as Damien. Damien went when he was a kid.
I
So,
did. Although I'm pretty sure that most of the things on my list are from when we've been together.
yeah. Well,
And
all of mine are, pretty much.
are they?
Well, I don't know, I can't remember if I put Paris in, but
Oh, okay.
I think pretty
Well,
much
just
all of them
to
are.
interject for a moment, on Disney property, I've just noticed that one of mine isn't necessarily in a Disney
Oh,
park.
yeah, good point, good
um,
point.
Should we introduce ourselves for anyone that doesn't know who we are?
Yeah, we can do.
Right, name and two features.
Features, not facts, just features.
Well, if you can think of a fact off the top of your head, you can have a fact and a feature, or a combination of
Right,
something
okay.
else.
I'm Lisa.
You are.
I have pink hair, which you probably already know if you follow us on Instagram. And I am a full-time freelance designer illustrator,
Good one.
and I've been that since January 2016, and before that I worked in-house as a designer.
That's like a long time now.
It is, it's like 4 years.
You never realise until you actually say it how long
Yeah.
that's.
4 years
truly
I've been working in my house. And the first 3 years of that I was alone.
Yeah. And the first 1 year of that, you were in my grandma's bedroom.
Well, not her bedroom, it was the spare room.
Yeah, it was our bedroom for a year.
Yeah, and
But that's a
where,
story for another time.
Yeah, and that's where I worked, slept,
Ate,
ate.
watched TV,
Yeah, I literally lived in that room.
entertained guests.
Yeah.
Oh no, that sounds
No.
odd. We never entertained. No, I was just saying, like, we literally lived in that room. Ignore that bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Damien. I have a ginger beard.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
mean,
fact.
it's like
It's a combination
it's
of all
partially
colours.
ginger. It's also got brown, black, and blonde in it.
I would call it a rainbow of hair colours. It's not rainbow coloured, it's just every colour you can imagine. I actually dreamt last night that I had a grey beard, that all my beard was turning white and grey,
I think men with grey hair and grey beards look good.
but it didn't all turn grey
Oh,
and white.
no,
It was
right.
like patches, and I've thought, what does that mean? So if anyone knows what that means and want to drop us a message on Instagram, I don't know, if anyone does like dream analysis or something,
Yeah.
then feel free to do so, because we have looked up dreams in the past, but
Most of the ones they
seems-
talk about is just ones where people's teeth fall out, or you're falling from a building and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Did you ever have a dream when you were a kid that's like recurring?
No, I don't really dream.
That's sad. Is that normal?
I don't know. Well, I think everyone dreams, is just some people remember them.
Oh, I used to have a dream about this man that used to walk up the stairs, and he was made of light. And then when he got to my bedroom door, you would fling the door open and grab a hold of us before I could get away, and it would give me like an electric shock, and I'd wake up panicking.
Oh my god.
There's also the time when I slept over at Lisa's house when we were
Oh, yeah.
teenagers, and I woke up screaming, absolutely screaming, terrified,
Yeah.
because I'd accidentally stuck my leg in a drawer and thought I was getting eaten.
Yeah, so let's put that into context though, because that sounds really random. So obviously when you're younger and you have your boyfriend sleeping over, they're not allowed to sleep in the same bed. Most of the time they're not allowed to sleep in the same room, but my mum's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
she let us sleep in the same room, but Damon slept on the floor.
for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time, and it was right next to some like bedside cabinet drawers thing. And I don't know, you must have somehow opened it.
I think I just like slid my leg inside the drawer.
But you must have opened it to do that.
Or maybe I did. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done worse things in my sleep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what he did, and that's how he was inside the drawer.
But I was like panicking. Like I have, would you say I have night terrors quite regularly over the years? Like I've had
Yeah.
like serious like screaming Glastonbury
Yeah.
in a tent in the middle of the
He
night.
kicked me in the tent.
I kicked you.
Like,
I screamed
Like really, people would have thought that you were like dying in there. The way you were going on.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty close to other people when you're in Glastonbury, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's only like tent material, isn't there, between you?
That's true. No soundproofing there.
Nah.
So I think I've pretty much taken up my my go.
Yeah.
So I'll
You
just
didn't
say
say anything about yourself apart from that you've got a
ginger beard and I have night terrors.
Yeah.
I'm Damien and I'm a terrorholic.
Why are you a terrorholic?
I don't know. A fact. What could be a fact? I draw pictures for a living.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very forgetful.
Yeah, you really are.
To the point where it's almost worrying.
Yeah.
But
that's really true.
so there you go. There's my little roundup of me.
Yeah.
I sound so interesting.
Maybe we should start every podcast with a little fact about ourselves that people might not know, like really random facts.
That's a good idea. It's also a little way of people collecting kind of knowledge about us.
Yeah.
So it's like return value. You're going to come back to see what we have to say about ourselves.
What we have to say next week.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, so that's just us. That's about us so far. Anyway, but yeah, we're going to do the top 10 experiences at Disney, but they might not all be different because I imagine, because we haven't conferred what we've written.
Oh so yeah, we haven't talked to each other about them.
There might be some that like I might say and Damien might then go, oh, I've written that one down. So there might be like some that are the same.
There might even be something controversial.
Well, there's nothing controversial in mine.
I don't think there's anything in mine, but I just think that, we haven't shared what we've actually written down, so you never know.
You mean you might say something controversial then, because it tends to be you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I might do, but I'm going to try really hard not to F and Jeff.
Yeah, so we apologise if either of us swear, because I have a bit of a potty mouth. I can't help it. Especially because I'm working, so if I get annoyed at something I'm working on, or if something like my iPad's just not playing, I might end up swearing.
Playing ball.
Yeah.
It's not playing ball.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if I do that in advance. I'll try my best not to.
Yeah, and I just have a medical condition called not thinking before I speak.
I wouldn't call that a medical condition. I think that's
what the doctor calls it. I don't tend to have any sort of filter between what I'm thinking and what I actually come out and say, but
you have that to look forward to.
You have that to look forward to, but today I think it'll be alright. It's all going to be alright.
Okay.
That's the quote of the day. It's all going to be alright. Everything is going to be fine. That's
you sound like one of those tapes.
Like a positive life affirmation.
Yeah. That people listen to.
Right, so
but yeah,
let's
anyways,
crack on with
we're
it.
We're procrastinating, so let's go on. So do you want to start?
Yeah, I can do.
Seeing as I'm drawing a snake right now.
Well, I'm finding it very difficult to concentrate and speak at the same time, so I do have a list of jobs to do today, but they might get delayed a little bit. So number 1 on my list is the first time that I watched World of Colour at Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
And at that very same moment, we were also eating food at the Lamplight Lounge.
Yeah.
On a waterfront corner table.
Yeah.
Which I specifically asked for, and the guy, although he was quite scary.
Not scary, intense is the word I'd use.
Yeah, but you weren't there. You went to the bathroom when he came over and asked me if I wanted a drink twice, and I said, oh, I'm just waiting for my wife. But he came back. And to be fair, he gave me lots of nice coasters to take home, and he treated us very well, but he was quite intense.
Isn't that the case at Disney though?
Well, no. This guy was like intense. Like everyone at Disney is intense to a certain degree, but this guy was kind of over that boundary.
Yeah.
He got very close. He asked me very intense questions about drinks, and it just made me feel a bit uncomfortable. However,
I was going to say this is meant to be like top experiences.
but he wasn't part of the. He was there, but he wasn't the experience. Basically,
Yeah.
World of Color is the number one experience that I had on my list, which is, for anyone that doesn't know what World of Color is, it's a water show on the.
It's a bit like Fantasmic.
Yeah.
In terms of like the effects, I would say.
But imagine creating like the effect of paint.
Yeah, it was really
with
good.
lights and water.
It was like basically just a rainbow show. It was
absolutely amazing. And it kind of combined the that big spinny ride. What do you call that?
Mickey's Fun Wheel.
Mickey's Fun Wheel.
But I don't think it's called that now. I think it's called Pixar Pal Around.
All right. Okay. Well, everyone will know what we mean.
Yeah.
But it combined the rides behind it and projection, and it was just absolutely brilliant. And
yeah, it was. It was really good, and it was on our last. Was it the last proper night?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we kind of saved Lamplight Lounge for then as well.
Yeah.
And just to add to the experience, Lamplight Lounge was.
It's like a tongue twister. That.
Lamplight Lounge was exquisite.
Yeah,
like,
the food was amazing.
The food was
I had
so good.
ratatouille, and I mean, I wouldn't really rate ratatouille generally. I would never usually like order it in a restaurant.
No.
But it was honestly like the best meal I think I've ever eaten.
Well, that is high praise indeed. I had some sort of chicken.
Did you have like a sandwich?
It was some sort of sandwich, but it literally nearly blew my face off. It was so spicy.
As well,
it was so good.
The potato skins. With the potato skins,
yes,
they were amazing. I don't know what those different sauces were, but they were so good.
We need to think of different words for food as well. So I'm going to use the word sensational. I've used exquisite. I've never used exquisite in my life. Well, probably, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that's my number one. World of Colour.
So have you written these in order?
Well, it's just 1 to 10.
Mine are just my top 10, yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's not like number one.
Yeah. Right.
It's not like the top 10 or anything.
Right, so shall I go next with mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Mine was meeting Goofy at Disneyland.
Oh, yes.
If you've been on our Instagram, on our IGTV videos, there's a video of Damien meeting Goofy and I'm filming.
Yeah.
And it was outside Great Moments with Lincoln, is it?
Yeah, it was like in the store back area.
Yeah, it was like right where like the hat store is.
Yeah, and then the exit to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
And he was just there, and Damien went to meet him, and then he just broke out into this full blown performance of the like end song from that ride as everyone was coming out.
It was like a what would you call it? Like an interpretive dance.
Like a reenactment.
Yeah, he like reenacted each scene.
Yeah, like all the scenes that were on pictures outside that ride, like there's the walking on the moon.
Yeah, and like Martin Luther King. And
his speech and like President's speech.
I don't know. Just stop there because they're the only three I can remember.
Yeah, I don't know what other ones there was, but those were the three I remember him acting out, and it was hilarious. Like, it doesn't sound funny, but if you go, basically just go and watch the video because it is really, really funny.
I mean, the situation was funny, but I've never felt more awkward or
because he was
uncomfortable.
making you dance and making you reenact them.
No,
almost.
He was just staring at me. Well, if you can call their eyes stare. I don't know. Well, basically, he was just looking at me and dancing, which made me think, oh, maybe I should be doing it as well.
Yeah.
But don't forget that this was after he'd literally sprinted into the hat shop behind us and smashed his entire, almost like face really, because of the height of him, into one of the lampshades.
Yeah, he did.
And it made such a dong. It was just such a slapstick comedy moment.
Like we did a vlog whilst we were in Disneyland, and I'll be uploading those to the channel like in the next couple of weeks. And I caught that whole thing on there, and honestly, like, it's just so funny. But the only bit we didn't catch was him hitting his head.
Yeah,
we caught your reaction after he did it. We weren't quick enough to do it, but your reaction was funny enough. You couldn't stop like laughing.
I just couldn't stop. I still laugh about it now.
Yeah, it was so funny. But yeah, that was one of my ones because I like character interactions, but I don't really like the face, like the actual person characters,
Yeah.
like the princesses and stuff. I feel really awkward.
Yeah.
But the actual like the I don't know what you'd call them, like the characters, the non-face
The
characters.
real characters.
Yeah, the non-face
Yeah,
ones though. It's like I like them because I always think the way they interact with you is like really funny.
Well, it's much more like,
expressive, I think.
yeah, because they're using movement rather than their voice, and I think that's really
And
cool.
every time we've met Goofy, it's been hilarious.
It has.
Even when we've met him at Disney World and the silly sideshow circus thing.
Yes,
It's been funny every time.
That is a good one.
So that's my number one.
Oh, God, we're on to quite a time.
Yeah,
we've only done number one.
We're trying to keep this under half an hour. I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
Maybe our first one will just be like
just a little longer, but
yeah,
as long as it's interesting, hopefully, to everyone listening. So my number 2 on my list is The Great Movie Ride. It's a legendary ride. Nothing will ever be as good at replacing it as that ride.
and I'm good. I only got to ride it once.
I know you did, just one time.
Yeah, it literally closed. Was it like a month or something before we went?
Yes.
The second time I'd been to Disney World.
Yeah, I think it might have even been closer than that. It was a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, because one of our friends rode it for the last time.
Yeah.
Just before we got there, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm happy that I managed to get on it though, like on a honeymoon.
Yes.
At least.
I've been on it 3 times.
Yes.
The first time I went on it, I was terrified because I was young, and the alien scene, and people jumping on the car with guns and stuff. It was just like terrifying. But it really kind of stuck out to me as like an awesome ride.
Yeah.
Just everything about it. It was so much fun. And I even like the scene at the very end of it where you go into the theatre and see like a kind of history of cinema.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, and obviously we did get to ride it together, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think it'll be good.
That? Is that gone?
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad.
Railroad.
Yeah.
But it's still not going to be as good as that.
It's got big shoes to fill.
It has very big shoes.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2. On to your number 2, Lisa.
And the Walt. I can't talk.
That was nice.
The Walking in Walt's Footsteps tour. I feel like everything's a tongue twister.
It is. I feel like my mouth's getting drier the more we speak.
Yeah.
And that's why it's harder to speak.
Yeah, but that tour in Disneyland, honestly, is one. Actually, I'm going to say that's my best experience I've ever had at Disney.
Is that your number 1?
That's my like.
Ooh.
I know we're not doing these in order, but that is my number 1.
Wow. And let's just not forget to mention that I bought you that for your 30th birthday.
You did, yes.
I got to go on it as well, obviously.
Yeah, it was just so good, and like if you haven't done it, you definitely need to do it. It's so special, it's so immersive, and you'll cry.
Yeah.
And the food as well, like you get your lunch and stuff was really good.
Yeah, we had lunch in like a little private area,
Yeah.
which was really nice.
And there's a little special thing that you get to do at the end, and I don't know if it's with every tour because I think it can change.
I think there's a couple of options.
Yeah.
And it just depends on the day which one you
Yeah,
actually get to
we
do.
got to go in Walt's apartment.
Which was really interesting.
Yeah, it was so good.
Obviously, you can see. Well, actually, I was going to say you can see things like that, but you can't see the apartment because they don't allow
just
video
yeah.
And stuff in there. But
we got a photo.
we did.
But yeah, you can't like the general public can't see it. Like go in, you have to do the tour. But then obviously there's always the aspect that you might not get to go in because we'd read up reviews about it before we went, and quite a few said, "Oh, we got to go in the apartment." Someone got to go in Club 33, I think, didn't they?
That would be pretty cool. I did ring the bell in Disneyland or press the button, but
nothing happened.
Like
they got to go in Club 33, which would be cool, but I still am happier that I got to go in a Walt's apartment.
It's history, isn't it?
Yeah.
Club 33 is like an elitist club. Like we're never going to be to go.
No, but unless we like win the lottery, then obviously we would. But like, yeah, whereas that's history. Like Walt actually lived there
Yeah,
with his
and
family.
there was lots of like nice stories.
Yeah,
Things that really I enjoyed learning about was like the shower.
yeah.
Um,
He had like the three or four different shower heads
yeah,
at
and
different
all the
heights
different heights.
for like his kids.
And I thought that was really cool.
But yeah, that was just really special, and the tour guide was amazing. She was really good.
Knowledgeable is
Oh,
like
yeah.
an understatement.
Yeah, like you could
She-
literally ask her anything.
She was like Google.
Yeah, but
You
for
know,
Walt Disney.
Yeah, like Google knows everything. This woman was like Google,
Yeah, she was 100%.
and it was just a really good day, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was
So if you haven't done it
really fun.
and you're thinking about it and you're on the fence about it, just do it. It's amazing. It's worth the money.
Yes, and I would say even without Walt Disney's apartment,
It's
the
still
tour
amazing.
itself was really
Yeah.
really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go. So that's your official number one moment.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if I come across my official number one. Number three on my list is eating a Casey's down this little side street that me and Lisa have adopted as our own personal sitting space over the years.
Yeah.
It's basically like I don't even know where it is. But
It's just like as you're coming down Main Street, it's the like when you actually get onto Main Street, not when you're like where the town hall is. And
yeah,
stuff. Like,
kind of the first right
it's the
if you're
first
facing
right,
the castle.
yeah. In Disney World.
Oh yeah. But it's such a nice quiet space, and if you just need like a moment of kind of relaxation
To cry.
or to cry, yeah, we've cried down there before. But we've sat down there all sorts of times, and it's quite an experience trying to carry a full tray full of Casey's food through a crowd of people on Main Street.
Yeah, because obviously when Happily Ever After start and like the crowd
Oh yeah.
is insane. I usually just go and get a seat.
Yes.
Like you deal with the.
And then I have to deal with it. So we've sat down there a few times, and one of my favourite memories was when obviously we've seen Happily Ever After many times already.
Yeah.
So we decided this night to sit down this street and have our food and just listen to the music in the background, but you could
Yeah.
actually see the reflection of the fireworks
Yeah, you could on
in
the
a window. And then I live streamed it and timed the live music up with my phone so that you could see and hear both at the same
Yeah.
time, and then cried.
Yeah, I ran out for the Hercules part because that's my favourite part.
Oh yeah.
I literally just ran, and I got a great spot, literally running in the middle of Happily Ever After. I got a really good view.
Well, maybe that's where people go wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a tip. Top
Yeah.
tip.
Just wait until everyone's in position and then just go on your own and just run and squeeze in.
Yeah.
You find a great
That is
spot.
that's a good tip.
So there you go.
That might even be tip of the day.
Tip of the day.
So that's my number three.
My number three is Dapper Day at Walt Disney World.
Right, well.
When did we do that? Was that 2018?
It was 2018, and also I've got that on my list as number 5.
Yeah.
So we'll combine this one.
Yeah, Dapper Day. It was really, really good. It, like getting dolled up in like retro clothing for like Disney.
Yeah, it was all outfits inspired
Yeah.
by a character or a ride. Or...
Yeah, and it was just really fun seeing everyone else dressed like that as well. Like I thought, oh god, I'll feel ridiculous walking around the Florida heat in like a petticoat. But I didn't because there was so many other people dressed like that.
It was very like a big sense of community about it,
Yeah.
and it was really fun that you got to kind of meet other people through it and
Yeah, and
take pictures. And
Yeah, and we got to hang out with some friends.
we did.
And that was really good. And we hadn't actually hung out with them before. We'd just spoken to them loads on Instagram.
Yeah,
So it was the first time we got hang out.
properly.
Yeah,
And it was just a really good day.
yeah. So
Well,
if you
it
haven't done
was-
Dapper Day,
It was 2 days,
Yeah.
really.
yeah, it was. We did both days.
Yeah.
We did Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
The second day, it was insanely hot,
It was really hot.
and I had to adapt my
Outfit.
outfit.
And I am very proud of myself. On the Saturday at Magic Kingdom, I had heels on from like, when did we leave the hotel? It was about 9 o'clock
Ooh, it was early. It
9?
was really early.
in the morning. I had them on until we went to the Polynesian afterwards.
We did.
Until about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'd been walking around Magic Kingdom all day.
It was a long day.
Don't go to Dapper Day either thinking you're going to go and ride loads of rides though.
No.
Because we didn't ride Did we ride any?
I think we went on one ride together, but I think it might have been like Pirates or something.
Yeah.
Like a dark ride.
Yeah. When I did the one at Disneyland Paris, I went on the Mark Twain.
That's a good one.
I think is it called Mark Twain in Paris? The boat, anyway. I went on the boat, and I went on Big Thunder. No idea why I did that. I was all dolled up.
That's an interesting one.
It was really good though, because everyone we were there with went on, so we like took up a whole carriage.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
If you're all together, I guess the teacups and stuff might be good as well.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. Oh, I went on the teacups in Paris as well.
Oh well, there you
and
go.
And Small World.
Look at that. I knew it. It was really funny as well though to see like everyone else's reaction that wasn't involved in
like
Dapper Day.
Some people didn't have a clue what was going on.
They just assumed that people will come in
dressed like that. That was
all
just
fancy.
Yeah.
And it was kind of nice to speak to them as well, because we did speak to a few people. So yeah, that is number 4.
Yeah.
5.
It's kind of combined. It's my 3.
Oh right.
So.
Dear me.
What's your next one?
I'm on to Epcot fireworks, as in illuminations. No, reflections. No, what's it called?
I don't know.
Reflections of Earth, isn't it?
I don't know what it was called.
Oh no.
Was it not called Illuminations?
I think it was Illuminations. Oh man.
The one that's just ended. Yeah, I think it's called Illuminations.
Right. Well, I'm going to assume that it's called Illuminations. And that is probably. Oh, you see, I wasn't wrong. I've just googled it live, and it is called Illuminations: Reflections of Earth.
Right, there you go.
So
then.
You can see where my confusion came from. Did you know that this fire 2,800 shells per show?
God.
And it cost $25,000 per show.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So I saw this show for the first time when I was younger. I can't remember if it was on my first trip. I don't think it started until around 99. So I think it would have been my second trip with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And it blew me away then. And we've seen it every time that we've been since. And it still blew me away to the day that it ended.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it like on its last.
No, but we did go to the Mexican that's on the water side in Epcot for a meal. And after being put in what I would say was a piss poor table, we did
ask for a fireworks view because it was for your birthday. Yeah, your 30th.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, you'll definitely have one.
Well, I could see the fireworks, but I had to crane my neck around about 20 other people.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got moved. As soon as I saw this table, I was like, excuse me.
Can I just have that table?
And they did move us, and they were really good about it. And we ended up sat on the water side.
At the window?
At the window. Literally no one around us, and it was really dark and quiet. And besides the fact that the food was really good, we actually got to watch it from there.
Yeah.
And that was the last time we ever saw it. And I cried like a little baby.
Yeah, you did.
It's just really emotional. I think it's the memory element to it.
Yeah.
But also I just love the song.
Yeah, it is really good.
And it's always just been so good to watch over the years.
Yeah.
But I am kind of excited to see what they come up with next. But I'll always
not the one that's on at the minute. I don't think that looks like much.
No.
No.
I haven't seen anything.
It's the one that they've just got on for a year, isn't it? Until they put the new.
Oh, like a temp.
Yeah, like the proper one on.
Right. Okay.
And I think that doesn't look that great, but the proper one, from what they've shared, looks like it's going to be amazing.
Is the proper one with the kites, the kite technology?
No, that's now.
Stuff? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now, is it called Epcot Forever now?
I don't know. Well, I didn't even know the exact name of the original.
No, true.
At the beginning, so I could Google it, but I don't think I will.
My 4th is when I didn't go with you.
Oh, right, well.
It's when I went to Disneyland Paris. I've only been to Disneyland Paris once, and that was for Dapper Day weekend last April, I think it was, I went. And I went with friends, and I went with Danielle, who is Thrift Co. If you follow her on Instagram, she has a shop called Thrift Co. And yeah, I rode Rock and Roller Coaster twice in a row.
Twice in
I
a row.
literally got off, went straight back on with Danielle because she loved it so much and it's closed now.
Wow.
And the reason we did that is because we came off and then we saw Abby and Joe from Tyres Travels. And
Are people paying to advertise on our
no, I'm just saying so people actually know who I'm talking about. Otherwise, I'm just like, oh, just Abby and Joe and Danielle.
invoices in the post?
But yeah, so yeah, we went on with them, and yeah, it was good. I felt pretty sick afterwards, I must say.
I can imagine.
But it was funny. It was really good, and yeah, Danielle loves that ride, but also hates it. I think at the same time, because she looked terrified, but also wanted to go on it again and again.
It's a great ride.
It is a really good. I feel like the one at Disneyland Paris definitely needed to close because it was not smooth at all. It was quite uncomfortable.
I think Hollywood Studios, although I'm now tempted to just call it MGM from now on, because that's what it should have stayed as.
Yeah. I think I know what you're going to say. It's like not smooth anymore. Like when we went on our honeymoon and we went on loads because it was so smooth.
I mean, nowadays I'm starting to struggle to go on most rides without feeling horrifically ill, but that one in particular, like spun my brain. I felt like my brain was like backwards.
It's definitely not as smooth now.
No,
definitely not. So you never know, that might be closing next. I know.
I'm just going to throw out there that I'd really like to see it continue as the Rock and Roller Coaster
with a different band.
Yeah, and I'm going to say Kiss.
Yeah,
would be really good.
Yeah, especially with like loads of glow in the dark, like strobe lights and stuff.
If you've ever looked at something called Kiss Golf in Vegas, look at that, listen to a Kiss song, and just imagine you riding Rock and Roller Coaster, and I feel like that would be so good.
Yeah, so. Like I love Aerosmith. They're like one of my favourite bands. But if they were gonna like get rid of it being an Aerosmith roller coaster, then Kiss would definitely be my number one choice for that.
But would they bring them in the park? I'm not sure.
Probably not.
No.
You never know.
You never know, but I doubt it.
What's your next one?
Oh, my next one, sorry. There was a bit of quiet air there while I forgot what we were doing. Haunted Mansion Overlay.
Oh yeah, I think I've got that on my list.
In Disneyland.
Yeah.
The overlay was Nightmare Before Christmas, which we saw last year. Seems crazy saying last year already because it doesn't feel.
Well, it was
that
last
long
September.
ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
No. But it was the Halloween overlay.
Mhm.
Well, Halloween / Christmas overlay.
Yeah, it's Haunted Mansion Holiday. It's called.
Haunted Mansion Holiday, right? Okay. And it was just amazing.
It was
to
really
see.
good.
One, to see how quickly and insanely well they actually changed the Haunted Mansion from what it was into what it became, and number two, as a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, or as fans of Nightmare Before Christmas, we both love it, and it was just like a dream come true to see the characters animatronically rendered and the graveyard scene with all the pumpkins.
It was the gingerbread house that I thought was amazing.
Oh yeah, the smell from the gingerbread.
Because it's different every year.
It was just mind-blowingly good, to be honest.
And it smelt so good.
It did. Even the outside of it actually looked amazing, didn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's mine and yours.
Yep, that's one of mine.
So moving on.
My next one is Happily Ever After. The first time, because it was on when did we say the first time? Was it? When we were with Tracy and Matters?
Yeah, it was 2017.
Yeah, so it was the last day of our holiday, the last night, because we hadn't seen it, because we were going to wait to see it.
Oh, yeah.
And then Hurricane Irma happened. So, like, obviously we panicked, and I thought, oh God, we're not going to be coming back for ages, I'm never going to see it, and I, like, was really upset about it, and then it was fine. Like, I know it was absolutely chucking it down, wasn't it?
We actually got stuck in the toilet in the circus area.
Yeah, stood there for ages because it was literally flooding.
Yeah, it would not stop raining, and there was lightning, and we ended up chatting to the guy at the Disney. What do you call it?
The Vacation Club.
Vacation Club guy.
And he reassured us that it'll still go on as long as there's no like lightning.
Yeah,
And
he was really funny. The fact that he started off being so chatty and
trying
friendly,
to sell us,
but then went on to sell.
Yeah.
He did the hard sell.
But yeah, that because it was just like it was meant to happen. Like I thought it wasn't going to happen. Thought we weren't going to see it.
Yeah.
And then it happened. And then I remember we were stood on the hub grass with Casey's in our hands and literally crying our eyes out at the end. Like we couldn't like contain it, and we had to like walk off into Adventureland at the end because I just didn't want anyone to see how much I was
We just
crying.
needed a moment. And I was really enjoying my hot dog, and that kind of ruined it a little bit because I couldn't enjoy both at the same time.
I was eating chili cheese fries, so.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was mine. Happily ever after.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it.
When we actually went on my honeymoon, which was our first trip together, it was Wishes. Wishes.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Which I also really enjoyed, but it's not as good.
I
as
like Happily Ever After
Happily
better.
Ever After. And the other show, which we randomly saw at the castle, which wasn't Happily Ever After. It was after that, I think.
That wasn't this trip though.
No.
It was a different trip.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what it was, but it was also
I think
amazing.
it was a show that had come from Tokyo Disney.
Right,
or something
okay.
like that.
It was about like books, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just all like projector.
Yes. Basically, since they've upgraded the projector system, the shows are like ridiculously fun to watch on the castle.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about it being projected on that shape, and the way they use the projector in Happily Ever After to like launch turrets at certain times and have characters pop out of windows and things. It's just really, really fun. So yeah, that's it. I'm jumping on that one, even though I haven't written it down. I've also got first time walking into Disneyland specifically, but also into DCA.
Oh yeah.
DCA, we walked in the evening the first time we went. We only went for an hour or so just because we were there late. And we wanted to save Disneyland for the next day.
Yeah.
Which is like the proper day.
Yeah.
But actually walking in and the feeling I got specifically was like the first time I walked into old school Hollywood studios.
Yeah.
It was just so good, and both of those parks are just ridiculously detailed. Like so detailed.
Yeah, it's so much better than Hollywood Studios.
It is.
So much better. I don't care what anyone says. Hands down.
I nearly said a rude word there, but I stopped myself before. But it poops, we'll say. Poops on Hollywood Studios.
It really does.
And I know they're not meant to be the same, but if you look at them
they're very
layout-wise,
similar.
they're very similar.
Like I know this podcast basically sounds like we've turned our backs on Disney World.
I mean, I've already said that like previously, like I kind of have a little bit.
I love Disney World. It has a really special place in my heart because that's the first Disney park I ever went to, and also that was where we went on my honeymoon.
Yeah.
And we've had loads of great.
Oh god, yeah. Resort wise, as a trip, like a big trip, a big expensive trip.
Yeah, and we will be going back.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, and there's things that you can do in Orlando at Disney World that you just can't do anywhere else.
Like for example, they don't have Animal Kingdom.
No, they don't.
Disneyland.
They don't have the Nomad Lounge or Pandora, or Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah.
Like where else can you lie down and be barraged by the Beach Boys for 10 hours?
Yeah.
In a day.
Yeah.
But
it's another level.
It is. It's just the detailing, everything from, the food being really, really considered. Like everything tastes delicious. I don't think I had one thing really bad.
The beignets.
Oh, the beignets.
But we'll talk about this on another podcast.
Yeah, that can be for another time. We might do one specifically about food
because we've got a lot to say on that subject.
We have, and actually, since we went the first time we went, I've put on 4 stone over the years.
Just from Disney food.
Just from Disney food. Well.
Yeah, I would say mainly it's predominantly from that.
Yeah, I would say so. But also all the little details of like things like being able to go into the castle, and the castle having its own attraction inside it.
Yeah, you're going on a completely different topic now.
I know.
You're meant to be talking about DCA.
Okay, so my moment was walking into DCA. It was just that feeling, like the music. At the time, it was the Halloween overlay, I guess you would call it. So it had a lot of
It felt like we were in Mickey's Not So Scary without paying the extra money for
Yeah.
the ticket.
It had like Oogie Boogie's voice kept coming over. There was
Yeah.
lightning flashes and smoke and lights and obviously, I mean, Cars Land for Halloween time was just outstanding, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that would. I haven't even written Cars Land in here, but right, I'm gonna scratch number 7 as walking into DCA, and I'm actually gonna say walking through Cars Land.
Yeah, at night.
At night, because it was just mind blowing and so good.
Yep, I agree.
So there you go.
My next one is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
That was like the most festive I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
Like
I've
ever.
never felt more disappointed when I came home.
Yeah.
Because we went obviously near Christmas.
We went in November, so it wasn't like dead far away. But
I mean, Christmas.
I mean, to be fair, when we got back, we put the Christmas decks up and we were in festive like mode.
Yeah, but nobody else was.
Nobody else was, but
which
we
made
were.
it disappointing.
So mine was definitely that, like the treats, the parade was so good, the shows, just everything. I just loved it. And we also got to hang out with friends, and it was just, we watched the fireworks. Instead of being at the front of the castle, Alison showed her a special spot behind the well, it was in next to Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
And the fireworks were insane because they literally like went all the way around you, like 360.
Yeah, you had to like
it was
physically
so
turn
loud.
your body around to actually see them.
Yeah, that's in Mickey's Very Merry Christmas vlog on our channel if you want to see what I mean.
Yeah.
About the fireworks.
That was an amazing spot for the fireworks.
Generally.
Almost as good as sitting on the beach at the Poly.
Yeah, we'd already watched them like before we went to the party, from the Poly.
Which you actually see the scale of the fireworks show.
Yeah.
But that again is for another time.
Yeah.
To jump on your Christmas celebration, one, I'm gonna say the Christmas tree trail at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen what it is, it's essentially just a walkthrough where each Christmas tree is themed to a certain Disney movie or park or ride. They have like little treats along the way that you can buy. Like we had frozen eggnog, which you weren't a fan of.
No, it was too sweet for me.
But I love sugar.
Yeah, you do.
Sugar and calories are my favourite things on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So after my wife, obviously, and my cat. I might even put my family ahead of sugar, but we'll see. But the trail itself, like every so often, obviously there was Christmas music, and every so often it would snow, and it was just so magical and fun. I really liked that.
Yeah.
Even though it was just, it was just a free thing that anyone could go and walk.
Which is good because it's free, because there's not much in Disney that's free.
No, there's not.
So that is a good thing to do if you go with like family and that.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
The only thing was that I wanted to look around it again, which we did, and they made us walk all the way around.
Yeah, we had to go back around.
Yeah. Which in usual everyday life, I wouldn't mind walking to burn off more calories, but on a Disney day, when you've already walked
miles,
every step is a challenge.
Yeah.
So every additional step is like climbing a mountain.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw that in with yours.
Yeah, my next one is going to Ohana for dinner with my cousin and her husband.
Oh man.
So we went to Disney when it was Hurricane Irma, which was it 2017? 2017
it was.
2017. And we'd never been to Ohana for dinner before, had we?
We hadn't.
So we went with them. We hadn't.
No.
We went after that.
Oh, yeah.
So we went with them, and it was just really good. But the thing that sticks in my mind, which
I already know what you're going to say.
yeah, is when you get the prawns.
Yes.
So you get the prawns rolled over here.
I mean, I know exactly.
And they've got all the shell on and that, and you meant it. Obviously, everyone knows you pull it all off to eat it.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, Damien and my cousin's husband also didn't know that. Apparently, and me and Tracy were just sat eating them, enjoying them. It was really nice. And yous were like, well, I think it was Macca's actually that went, these are a bit crunchy, these aren't they? But they're nice, they're crunchy.
Macca said they were tough.
They were tough.
I said that they've got some sort of crunch to them.
So you thought they'd been like fried or something?
Yeah. So I just thought it was textural.
No.
I thought,
But no.
No.
It was. They hadn't taken any of the shell off. So they were eating the shell, and I don't know how many prawns you'd actually ate.
like 3 or 4 maybe. It
Yeah.
had they had legs.
And then me and Tracy obviously were like laughing at you, and we told you to take all the shell off. And then after that, the both of them were like, "Oh yeah, this is way better." And that is why it's in my top 10. Just that
That's that
experience.
moment.
Yeah.
Jeez, well, there you go.
Yep.
I do love Ohana,
Yeah.
by the way.
The food's really good. We've been back a few times since then for dinner.
The only thing I don't like about Ohana, even though obviously it's a family style buffet, is the waste of food. Like they tend to over portion everything. And
Yeah.
I know they're trying to be like welcoming, but
like more for your money and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's been times where I've like said, yeah, I'll have some, and instead of just giving us like one prawn, which is all I want, like because I've already got loads of other stuff,
the whole ocean.
they'll give us the whole skewer, and then I'll be left with like 5 there that I didn't want.
Yeah.
But you know,
we did have another good experience at Ohana when we went for my birthday meal.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting up with the guy
the
playing
guy who
ukulele.
plays the ukulele. I love him. He's so good. I wish he had like a CD or something that I could just like, or like
You never know.
or like a Spotify channel that I could just listen to him, because I love it.
Yeah, maybe we'll look him up.
Yeah.
If anyone does know his name or anywhere where we can find his music.
Every time we've been, it's been the same guy. We've been
has,
3
yeah.
times in different years.
And he's great.
Yeah.
The bit where the kids started having a race with coconuts and brushes, that was a bit intense because we were sat on the aisle.
Yeah.
But it was fun all the same.
Yeah.
So after that, one of my number ones, number 8 on my list, but one of my good moments is sitting in the rainstorm in Epcot eating food from the Japanese pavilion.
Yeah. That's from like the quick service, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the quick service, so it's just the building that looks like...
It's called the something grill, I think.
Yeah.
Like Katsura Grill or something?
Yes, I think that might be right, actually. I suppose if I was saying it to not kind of offend anyone, because I don't know how you would actually say it, I would just say it looks like, to me, a traditional Japanese building. But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Or if it's like...
I imagine it is.
I don't know if it's like when we go to London area in Epcot and we think this isn't...
well, it's not London, is it? It's just UK.
It's typical UK.
But it's not.
But sitting there under the cover, just watching the rain blitz down and just having some food and a sit was like a really good moment for me.
Yeah. That's from our honeymoon.
That is from our honeymoon. We also ended up sitting in the Chinese pavilion at some point and watching a lightning bolt hit the top of Paris.
No, we were still sat outside.
Oh, was that there?
That was the same time
well,
with that couple who were next to her. Yeah, you heard it.
And saw the flash, but you heard it.
Because that woman who was sat next to her had an app, and it literally told you when a lightning was going to hit.
Oh,
and she went, it's going to hit now, and it literally hit immediately.
It was almost like that scene in Back to the Future when Marty gets out of the car and he asks Doc, when's the weather going to stop? When's it going to stop raining? And Doc's like, anytime now. And it stopped. Like, she could literally...
She was like Doc.
She was like the weather guru. She knew minute by minute what was going on. So, just on that same vein of like eating in the rain, sitting on the boardwalk eating breakfast, when it started absolutely blitzing it down. Obviously we were eating. You had a sandwich, I believe.
I had a gluten-free breakfast sandwich from the bakery,
which
and it
looked really good.
It was so big. It was like packed full of like filling.
Yeah, it looked
really
nice. It looked nice. And I had the cinnamon roll, probably, I think it was.
Yeah, and then you went back in and they gave you a birthday cannoli.
A birthday cannoli. You know what? I actually went in there to look at the cannolis and I kind of hung out and made sure that she knew it was my birthday. Like, had my badge. I was like tapping my badge. I wasn't really. But she did give me, a very nice lady gave me a free cannoli and I ate that as well.
Well, of course.
Of course. But that was just a couple of good moments in the
Yeah, and then I've got 2 left, but my last one's pretty much I've kind of already talked about, that we went to Disney World for our honeymoon.
Oh, yes.
In 2014.
I was just saying that as like a whole trip was amazing.
That was just amazing.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
And also it was my first time at Disney.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so. And obviously as a kid I've wanted to go throughout my entire life. But because of how expensive it is, just never got to go. And then we went. Originally, I didn't want to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
When we become a honeymoon, I was like, isn't that just for kids? Like, because obviously
No.
when you're an adult, that's what's drilled into your head, that the Disney parks are just for kids. So I was like, aren't you meant to go somewhere where you just relax, like Hawaii or somewhere like that, where you just don't move off the sun lounger? And then you convinced us to go to Disney World.
I can't even remember how I convinced you. I think it was like an everyday barrage of
Yeah.
look at this, look
I
at
think
this.
I think you convinced us by we're going to Discovery Cove and also the water parks. You were like, you
Yes,
can relax here, and
yeah.
then look at the hotel, you can relax there, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then obviously when I got there, I fell in love with it. So
And we got an upgrade at the hotel and it was sweet, so that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
I feel like ever since now, I just want to go all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that. But my other one is going on the Incredicoaster
Oh man,
with you.
that was terrifying.
It was so. I probably would never go back on it.
Now I feel like it's one of those things that we've done it
Yeah,
and that was enough.
I don't need to go back on.
No.
Like, it was terrifying. Like, we went on because it didn't look bad. Like,
No.
when you see it, it doesn't look bad. So there wasn't much of a queue, and so we just were like, right, we'll go on.
Maybe we should have known when there was a short queue that it was pretty scary.
Yeah, no, but I thought, it's just a roller coaster. That
Yeah.
They tend to not have really, really long queues because there's a lot of people go on at once and it's quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went on it and it was hilarious. Like, we've got a video of it, so we'll be sharing that in the blog.
Yes.
But it's like, I'd never been on a roller coaster that went upside down until our honeymoon.
What was that? The first
I
one?
went on Dragon Challenge.
Was that the very
That
first?
was the very first one
That's
I
probably
went
the
on.
worst you could have picked. I think.
Yeah,
Well,
I was just like, it was because there was no queue, and I was just like, right, if there's no queue, I'll go on it.
Yeah.
If there was a queue, I won't, because we'll queue for a rock and roll,
Rip
Ride
Ride.
Rocket at
Yeah.
Universal as well, and I bailed because there was a queue.
She bottled it.
I did.
I didn't. I went on my own.
No, I know.
Ugh, it's horrible.
I went on it later though.
You did. You did.
But yeah, like,
And cried.
I did. It was horrible. We'll talk about. I think maybe next podcast we should do our worst experiences at
That's
Disney,
quite a good one, yeah.
because I feel like not many people talk about the worst experiences.
No. Oh man, I've got a lot. I've got a list.
So maybe we'll do that next.
Yeah.
But yeah, Incredicoaster is terrifying. I'll probably never go on it again, but it was a fun experience and a good memory to
It
look
was.
back on.
And it is a great ride.
It is a really, if you're into thrill rides and you don't mind feeling sick, it's one for you. It's really good. It's one of the best thrill rides, I'd say.
I would compare it to the Hulk.
Yeah, I've never been on that,
Like,
you see.
for intensity. But I mean, the Hulk nearly finished me off. I turned green.
You
Not
did.
because I was angry, because I was going to vomit everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's also another worst experience
Yeah.
for another podcast.
Yeah.
So,
So that's my list done.
oh well, I've just got one more, which
Yeah.
was just some of the memorable character meets over the years, which I just wanted to mention. Give a shout out to my homies, Steamboat Mickey. When we
Steamboat
met.
Willie.
Oh, sorry. Look, I've messed that up, haven't I? Steamboat Willie, that we met in Disneyland in Toontown.
Yeah.
Went into his house. I definitely wasn't expecting him to be.
I didn't expect it to be
There,
Steamboat. I
no.
expected it to just be Mickey.
And I got to show my tattoo
Yeah.
of his face.
Yeah.
Which he really liked.
And also of Steamboat on your
Oh yeah, of course. He was
ankle.
very interested. We've got a picture of that.
Yeah, we have.
And that's why it was a good memory. I got to meet Launchpad McQuack,
Yeah.
which that was like a childhood dream.
Yeah.
I
That's
actually
on,
ran.
That's on YouTube.
Yeah, there's two moments on YouTube, which one is where he was walking away, and you can hear the disappointment.
Because you
I'm
thought
just
you
like
weren't going to meet him.
deflated, like
Yeah.
oh. But then when I actually saw him, I ran.
You did.
To meet him.
You ran.
And another one was Kylo Ren. Meeting Kylo Ren for the first time, or
What?
Darth Vader.
Both were equally intense.
Intense, terrifying, very what do you call it? You called me the other day. You said I was quite big and
Intimidating.
intimidating. There you go.
Yeah.
It was very intimidating, and I actually went back on my own to meet
Darth Vader.
Vader again. On your own is no better.
No.
It's just as scary.
I always find that they try and tell me that I'm like in the resistance, and
Yeah.
they always try and make me out to be like a spy.
Yeah, they
They
do.
always pick on me.
They do. I mean, we both had stickers on,
Yeah.
showing that we weren't. We were
Yeah.
actually in support of Kylo and Vader,
Yeah.
but neither of them took any notice. They just
No.
assumed we were spying on them.
Yeah.
And just to throw in a couple of last minute ones, this is one from when I was a kid. We're walking down Main Street on my very first day ever visiting Magic Kingdom, and Tigger popped up out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere. It was as though he'd come out of like a grate in the ground. Is that the right word? Grate?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And just popped up, and he grabbed my dad, and my dad, like, literally, if you could have imagined in a cartoon, like, his skin removed itself from his body. He, like, jumped out of it. He was so scared. And if you've ever seen my dad, you wouldn't expect that.
I can imagine your dad wasn't very impressed.
No, he was laughing his head off afterwards, but at the time, I think he was like, you know, what is this mad thing that's just jumped on us? And last but not least, on my favourite character meets is when Baymax punched you in the face.
Yeah, he did. That is definitely on YouTube.
It is. That was a really funny moment where we met Baymax, and basically he just went to give you a hug, or he went to give me a hug.
He went to give you a hug, and I was stood
too close
to him, and he just whacked us in the side of the head.
Did. Just knocked you out.
Even I remember on the video, we got one of the cast members to film it, and you can even hear her laughing her head off.
She actually said, "Oh no," which makes me think maybe some people might have taken that further. Can you imagine taking them to court and being like, "I was assaulted by Baymax." Literally hit with an inflatable cushion
I
gently
just
across
couldn't
the
stop
face.
laughing. It was so funny.
It was really funny.
It didn't hurt.
No, well, of course. It's just like being squashed on a cushion, isn't it? So that's it from me.
Yeah.
That's my list done.
That's top 10s all around. So
we're about to keep this under 60 minutes, which I think is good.
So yeah, this is the first one. We'll promise the next one won't be as long as this, because the one thing I hate more than anything is really long podcasts. So
yeah, me too.
I don't want to make anyone have to listen to our voices for more than an hour.
No, I mean, I could sit and talk all day.
Yeah. If you've ever seen us on our stories, Damien tends to ramble.
Oh, I'm a rambler. I'm definitely a rambler.
So
I like a walk and I like to talk. That's both definitions of a rambler.
Yeah. So we'll try our best the next one to maybe be closer to like 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
But I think trying to squeeze top 10s of both of us and introductions into 30 minutes wasn't long.
Maybe we'll aim for 45, because I think the next one will be our 10 worst moments.
And there won't be as many of them. And there might not even be 10. I don't think I could think of 10.
Maybe we'll combine it together, because I've definitely got 10.
Maybe we'll do top 10 for both of us together.
Remember that lady screaming on Main Street
saying,
I do. Everybody move, everybody move.
Yes, but keep it for next week.
That's just a little
taster.
A little tidbit. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to say tidbit. It might be a taster.
For you to come back.
Yeah, I'm reeling you in.
Yeah. So that is it. I'm going to stop it there, because if I don't, Damien will just keep talking and talking and talking. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks very much for listening.
It's made my work day go a little bit quicker.
It hasn't made mine go any quicker, because I haven't actually done anything.
I've been working on a book spread, so I've been working.
Yeah, I'll have to do that now. And also, if you've got any suggestions for things we could improve on, obviously this is our first time doing this, and we're going to learn from it.
Yeah.
So if you do have any suggestions, check us out on Instagram.
Happy Peach Club.
Yeah, and drop us a message on there.
Yep. And we'll talk to you next week. So, bye.
Peace out, guys.